Breaking right now at 11, footage and other materials related to the Paul Pelosi attack were released to the press. NBC Bay Area and other news organizations asked for that release, and we got that evidence. Now, you may remember that Paul Pelosi was attacked in his home along with Nancy Pelosi. They own that home together. That's in San Francisco. A home. This happened back in October. Now, the former speaker was not at the home during the attack. That suspect, David DePape, who was arrested that night, is now facing assault, attempted murder, and other charges related to attacking a family member of an elected official. DePape has pleaded not guilty. We do have team coverage for you this midday as our investigative unit is going through every frame of that new body cam, as well as surveillance video, as well as the 911 call. First, we want to begin with NBC Bay Area's Bigad Shaban with more. Bigad?
Marcus, good afternoon. We were the first to receive the video and audio evidence used against David DePape, and included in those exhibits is police body camera video showing the moments the two San Francisco police officers arrived at the Pelosi home at about 2 a.m. early that morning. You can see when they knock the door, shortly after that door opens, and standing there are both David DePape and Paul Pelosi, each with a hand on the same hammer. Officers order the men to drop the hammer. Less than 5 seconds later, you can see David DePape lunge at Paul Pelosi, striking him in the head, then sending Paul Pelosi to the ground, laying in a pool of blood. We want to warn you, the video is graphic. We're about to show you the entirety of that video as we received it from the court. We have blurred portions of the video, as well as bleeped parts of the audio that include profanity.
Yeah, definitely don't want all of here. I definitely don't want all of here. Hello.
Are you sure this one?
Yeah. Yeah, literally said that. Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
how are you?
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope.
Hey.
What is going on right
I'm
now?
not getting an answer on call.
Bro,
Across in the area of Virginia.
I got him, Michael.
Edward 14, Edward 10, back up, code 3.
Code 3 back up at 26.
You man!
Units code 40 Broadway for 14 out.
Edward 14, Edward 10, medics code 3 as well. You got it?
Sorry, 14 over Tuesday is medic code 3.
Affirmative.
And that gruesome attack, of course, sending Paul Pelosi to the emergency room where he required surgery for the injuries he sustained on his skull. Now, also included in the exhibits we received today were actual recordings of investigator interviews with David DePape shortly after the attack. It is providing some insight as to what actually motivated David DePape to, of course, break into the Pelosi home early that morning. Of course, he was not looking necessarily for Paul Pelosi. In fact, when he woke him out of bed, he kept screaming, "Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy?" We now know from his conversations with investigators that Nancy Pelosi, the then House Speaker, of course, former Speaker now, was on his, quote, target list. He said that he wanted to talk with her in light of all the lies that were coming out of Washington. He said if she told the truth, he would let her go, but that if she lied, he promised to break her kneecaps. He also told investigators that he assumed Nancy Pelosi would lie. We want to play now a portion of that police investigator interview with David DePape.
Like, is there a reason? Like, did you feel like the Pelosi's have done something to you?
Well, not me specifically, to the entire American public, honestly. Of all the people in Washington who are lying on a consistent basis, she has to be like the leader of the pack.
DePape also told investigators that he planned to hold Nancy Pelosi hostage if he found her there at the home. When officers arrived, they actually found zip ties that David DePape had actually brought to the home that brought with him after he broke into one of the glass doors there in order to get into the San Francisco home. DePape now facing a slew of not only state but federal charges. He faces 13 years to life, Marcus. A jury trial here in San Francisco, though, could still likely be months away.
And Bigad, this is the first time that the media or the public has been able to see and hear the video and audio, but this is something that's already been used in court before?
Yeah, I was actually there in court for the preliminary hearing, Marcus, where they first played these pieces of audio and video for the judge, the public defender, as well as the district attorney's office. I can tell you from being there in court, it was difficult for the audience to actually see portions of the video because the monitor was actually facing the judge. And so it was difficult. While we could hear the video, we couldn't get sort of a great visual on it. So this is the first time, certainly, we're seeing the video as clear as day being released to the public, and certainly shedding new insight just to how quickly that interaction happened. Again, from the time that door opened for officers, Marcus, only about 10 seconds passed from the time the door opened to when DePape attacked Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer. Obviously happening incredibly quickly, and really just shedding some light on what was certainly a gruesome attack.
Gruesome indeed, and we're seeing that for the first time. Thankfully, they were able to get Mr. Pelosi to the hospital quickly. Bigad Shaban with that for us. Bigad, thank you. Now, there is more evidence that was released. We're talking about surveillance footage from outside of the Pelosi home and that 911 call Mr. Pelosi made. NBC Bay Area's Candice Nguyen joins us now with more from the newsroom. Candice?
Yeah, hi, Marcus. That attack video was not the only material released just this morning. I've just finished reviewing the surveillance video from Capitol Police and Paul Pelosi's 911 call. The video comes from cameras placed right outside the Pelosi's home in San Francisco and captures the moments right before that break-in and gruesome attack. Then we'll let you listen to Pelosi's 911 call in full. Now, let's take it step by step here. Let's pop it on your screen here. You're looking again at Capitol surveillance video from the Pelosi's San Francisco home. You saw DePape, the suspect there, kind of just stroll in, appears to be calmly strolling in, had a backpack on his back, placed it down. Then we see him kind of rummaging through his backpack here. He's doing this for approximately 6 minutes. He goes through his bag, he looks over his shoulder several times, and then you see him go to the door there, struggle with it, and he is striking that glass door with that hammer. We see him use his whole body there to try to shove it in, debris coming in towards the camera, and we see him striking it over his head with full force, getting it in there, and then he goes into the Pelosi's home. Again, debris still flying at that camera, using his shoulder there, and gets in. And here in just a moment, you'll see him step within 1 foot, and now he's in the home. So I wanted to tell you that he was striking that door for about 40 seconds, and that whole video when he comes to the house and then he gets in, that's for a total of 6 minutes. And I provide that detail because Capitol Police have been getting a lot of questions about why they didn't immediately see this, since it's their video, and then take action. In a press release they sent out in November, I have it right here, they say they are reviewing the incident and believe they need more resources to provide more security. They say they are making improvements but cannot disclose details about those improvements. So next, we want you to listen to what happened shortly after that break-in you just saw on your screen. NBC Bay Area obtained Pelosi's 911 call. There's been a lot of public speculation about what Pelosi said, how he said it, how the San Francisco dispatcher responded, but now you can listen to it for yourself. We are playing the 911 call in full. The only thing that our investigative unit has taken out is when Pelosi's exact address is stated. Here's the call.
San Francisco Police 74 2022.
Oh, I guess I called by mistake. What is this?
This is San Francisco Police. Do you need help?
Oh, well, there's a gentleman here just waiting for my wife to come back. Nancy Pelosi.
223 and
he's just waiting for her to come back, but she's not going to be here for a day, so I guess we'll have to wait.
0. Okay, do you need police, fire, or medical for anything? 8 seconds.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
02:23 and 58 seconds.
Is the Capitol Police around?
2:20.
No, this
They
is San
usually
Francisco.
protect my wife. They're usually here at the house protecting my wife.
No,
But
this is
gentleman
San
came in.
Francisco Police.
Friday, October.
I understand.
8, 2022.
Okay, well,
02:24
I don't know, what do you
and
think?
18 seconds.
I think everything's good. He thinks everything's good. I've got a problem, but he thinks everything's good.
Okay. Call us back if you change your mind.
8
No.
seconds.
This gentleman just came into the house, and he wants to wait here for my wife to come home.
02
And so,
4 and 48.
anyway, he told me to put the phone down.
Do you know who the person is?
No, I don't know who he is. He has this. He's telling me. He's telling me not to. He's telling me not to do anything.
What is your address, sir?
02:25 and 0.
What is your name?
Seconds.
My name is Paul Pelosi.
Friday.
Anyway, this gentleman says that he thinks everything ought to, he's telling me to put the phone down and just do what he says.
18 seconds.
Okay?
Okay, what's the gentleman's name?
I don't know. What's that?
My name's David.
The name is David.
Okay, and who is David?
5.
I don't know. What's that?
I'm a friend of theirs.
Yeah, he says he's a friend, but as I say, I've never.
But you don't know who he is?
25 and
No, ma'am.
48 seconds.
Okay.
He's telling me I'm being very leading, so I got to stop talking to you, okay?
25 and
Okay.
50.
You sure I can stay on the phone with you just to make sure everything's okay?
No, he wants me to get the hell off the phone.
02:26
Okay.
and 08
Thank you.
seconds.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, chilling audio there. Pelosi sounding nervous in that 911 call. You can hear him navigating between trying to communicate with the dispatcher, the help he needs, and having, as you just heard, the suspect, David DePape, right next to him, even saying his name. It appears DePape could hear what the dispatcher was saying as well, whether it was on speaker or he just had the phone to his ears. We're not clear just yet. NBC Bay Area's investigative unit just got all these files from the courts this morning. We're going to continue to review them and release them and share with you all these videos with context, with transparency, and with sensitivity. With the investigative unit, Candice Nguyen, NBC Bay Area News.
You said it, Candice, chilling to hear that audio there, especially knowing what happened in that home, at least what happened once police officers arrive. And hopefully they will be reviewing that policy when it comes to that surveillance video of the Capitol Police.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Candice.